funny cat jokes, but I'll tell you a little bit about me. So I'm from Australia, I moved to America, and everyone's always like, why did you want to move to America, you know? And I've always loved America. Like when I was growing up, we had a lot of pop culture, and like all my TV and all my music was from America. So I don't know, I think it's really cool here. And I think it's really interesting because like America's so different depending on what state you go to. Like obviously San Francisco, super chill, really cool. I was in Florida last year, and I was just walking down the street, like minding my own business, and I see these 3 big guys come up to me, right? And one of the guys approaches me, and he's like, ching chong ling long, ching chong ling long long. Yeah, and I was shocked. Like I didn't even know what to say. So I was like, hey man, we're in America. Either speak English or get the fuck out. Thank you. So everyone is like, wow, Michelle, it seems like you're really settling in well in America. It sounds like you're making a lot of new friends. And I'm like, yeah, you know, I am making a lot of new friends, but it's more out of necessity than anything else. Because every time I go out with my friends and like, you know, we get drunk and everyone kind of splits up, and I'll call them and be like, yo guys, where you at? I'm standing 20 meters away from the McDonald's. Nobody knows how long a fucking meter is here, and then I just never see them again. Do you guys know that you are like the only industrialized country that has not switched over to the metric system? Like what, you guys don't like round numbers and easy calculations? Like stop trying to make Fahrenheit happen, guys. It's not gonna happen, okay? It's ridiculous. So I'm working at this place. I like my job is cool, but I have this pet peeve. And my pet peeve is I don't like when people that I work with don't know how to spell my name properly. Because my name's Michelle, but it only has 1 L in it. And I work with this guy called Angus, and he is just the worst, guys. Like, I call him the weatherman because his reports are always wrong, but he still somehow manages to keep his job. So I've told him countless times, like, hey Angus, just to let you know, my name only has 1 L. I even came up with a real zinger. I'm like, hey Angus, just to let you know, my name only has 1 L, cause I'm 1 L of a gal. Yeah, nothing. He still comes at me with a 2 L. So now I'm like, fuck this guy, right? And every time I email him, I just drop the G from his name. Yeah, because it's just 1 letter, right? Doesn't really make a difference. I mean, this guy should be glad his name's not Virginia, that's all I'm saying. So I went to the optometrist last year, before Christmas, and it was kind of like a weird experience because when I was sitting down to get my eyes tested, the optometrist was like, oh, is that an accent I hear? And I'm like, yeah, I'm from Australia. And he's like, oh, very nice, very nice. And then he goes, and how are we liking San Francisco? Have we settled in okay? And I was like, yeah, it's pretty cool. Like, I've made a couple of friends. And he's like, are we making any friends here? And at first I thought, wow, this guy's really nice. You know, he was like around my age, and I thought like, wow, he's got a really good bedside manner. He's being really inclusive. But then he just kept going with the wheeze. Like, what are we doing for Christmas? Are we going anywhere? Oh, are we going overseas? Have we finished our Christmas shopping? Do we have family over here? And I just had to stop him. I was like, I'm sorry. Why do you keep saying we? And then he just goes, we have a speech impediment and we're working on it. Yeah, and then we just spent the rest of the session in silence, so that was awkward. So Valentine's Day has just happened. Like, how do we feel about Valentine's Day? Do we like it? I'm not really sure, but I'm very impressed at how many businesses want to get in on Valentine's Day. Like, there's a poke shop around the corner from me, and even they had a Valentine's Day special. Because nothing says I love you more than discounted fish, am I right, guys? And I think, like, Valentine's Day should just be called Disappointment Day. Yeah, because it's accurate, and then both people inside and outside of relationships can all feel included, you know? Because if you're in a relationship, you're like, oh, well, you know, Disappointment Day is coming up, but let's not make a big deal about it, don't get me anything. and then they don't get you anything. And you're like, why the fuck didn't you get me anything? It was disappointment day, you know? Disappointment all round. So I have a friend, and she is like the Mayan calendar. Because she hasn't had a date since 2012. And she is always very mopey on Valentine's Day. And I always have to tell her, dude, it's just one day, like relax, it doesn't mean anything. And also, nobody likes you all the other days anyway. What, are you gonna sit around and mope all year? Like, really killing my vibe here, come on. But you know what's really nice? I really like it when you find someone who likes you for you. Isn't that nice, guys? You find someone that likes you for you. You don't have to pretend to be someone that you're not anymore. You know, for some girls, it's like, I really like it when I can find someone and I don't really have to dress up, I don't have to wear makeup or do my hair, I can just kick it and we just chill and it's really nice. See, that's cool. But for me, I like it when I don't have to pretend to reach for my wallet every time the bill comes around. You know what I mean? Oh, it's so good, guys. It's so relaxing. It really takes a weight off my shoulders, you know? Like, I don't have to pretend to reach for my wallet every time the bill comes. It's just annoying. And, you know, before all these men started like, see, that's the problem with women these days, you know, they want equality, but they still want us to pay for everything. Like, okay, firstly, Jim, settle down, right? It's 2019, right? We still don't get equal pay for equal work. They're trying to ban legal abortion, and we have to do all the unpaid household chores around the house after we finish our fucking job. But yeah, you know what? You're right. Equality does have to start somewhere. So thank you for making the stand and insisting that I pay my half of this $30 dinner. We really fucking marcher. Like, thank you very much, you know? Am I right, ladies? Like, what the hell, dude? Seriously. Exactly. And it's not like I don't want to pay. I just don't want to have to, like, have that thing of, like, splitting it every single time. I just feel like it kills the vibe of the whole thing. It's like, you get this one, I'll get the next one, okay? Like, let's just chill. And then my date's always like, well, why is the second date always at Carl's Jr.? I'm like, I like Carl's Jr., right? What you got something to say, okay? Just settle down. Anyway, I'm just getting all riled up about this. It's very emotional. It's fine, guys, it's fine. Anyway, so dating in San Francisco, I find is kind of weird because nobody really dresses up. Clearly, nobody dresses up to go out in San Francisco. Can we just do a sweep of the room? I've never seen so many black and vests and hoodies in my life. Anyway, so in Sydney, I always used to wear contacts when I went out, but I don't really wear contact lenses anymore because I just can't be bothered, and like, no one really dresses up here. And I always used to find it was funny in Sydney because when I wear my contact lenses, no one would come up and talk to me. And I used to think, wow, maybe it's because I'm too pretty, you know, guys? Like, maybe I'm just too pretty and people are just, you know, intimidated by my beauty. But over here, like, I wear glasses, everyone comes up and talks to me, it's fine, you know? It's cool. But I get really annoyed when I think that guys think I'm an easy target or that I'm nerdy because I wear glasses. So I was at a bar the other day, and do you guys know what negging is? Like, oh god, it's the worst. It's kind of like when you are trying to like insult someone, but also trying to flirt with them at the same time because you don't have any game and you're kind of still stuck in like that 6th grade mentality. Yeah, so this guy comes up to me and he just goes, nice glasses. Do you work in finance? And I was like, dude, this guy was rude, okay? He was rude, he didn't introduce himself to me, and he was a little bit fat, which I don't care about. I'm just trying to give you guys an accurate mental picture, alright? So he goes, nice glasses. Do you work in finance? And I was like, no. And then he goes, oh, really? Because it looks like you work in finance. It looks like you like accounting. And I was like, well, it looks like you like cake, okay? Yeah. How's that for snap judgments, alright? Okay, so I've noticed this thing, right, which is that, you know, with women, like when we get engaged, like we have to wear an engagement ring. And that kind of tells guys like, oh, okay, this person's engaged, they're kind of off the market, we should like maybe not try to talk to them too much, or, you know, just let them do their own thing, right? But for girls, it's kind of like there's no engagement ring for men. So you can be talking to this guy for an hour, being all charming and cute, before he slips on the fact that he's got a fiance. And you're like, what the hell did I just waste all that time for? You know, like, yes, I was at my optometrist appointment, but all this talk about weed, you know, really just confusing me. It's just confusing, you know. They need to have some sort of marker there. Alright, I'll tell you one more thing and then I'll get off the stage. So I want to share with you guys the best feeling in the world. Do you guys know what the best feeling in the world is? It's when you're with a friend and then you bump into an ex and then someone bumps into you and then you look really popular. Yeah, it's the best. Seriously, the best. So I was like grocery shopping with my friend one time and I bump into my ex and we just have to make small talk about our life. And then from the corner of my eye, I see this guy come up to me and he goes, Michele Lim. And he's like, I haven't seen you in at least 2 years. And it's like, oh my God, how are you? And I turn around this guy there, he's pretty tall, he's dressed nicely, you know, he's got like nice clothes on and stuff, he's got a really amazing smile. And he goes, oh my God, Michele, how have you been? I'm like, oh hey man, how are you? And then he goes like, yeah, how's your family? Like, how's your mom? How are your brothers? And my ex is probably thinking, who the fuck is this guy, right? And I'm like, they're fine, they're fine. And then he goes, well, Michele, you know, you can't keep running away from me. I want to see you soon, call me. And then he just walks away. And then I say bye to my ex, and then my friend and I walk away. And my friend turns to me and he's like, oh my God, who was that? And I'm like, oh no, man, that's just my dentist. Alright, thank you so much. I'm Michele Lim. Have a great night. Thank you.
I am Michele. Yep. That's